so I won't be going this way. Bit of a tour, bit of a detour around to go and get round this, and it might mean a bit of a change of plans, but stay with me if you want to see where we end up, how we end up getting to the Knott. There's two ways I can do it. I'd really like to get up to Bakestall, which is up there, but taking this route might take me a little bit too far away from that to make it worth doing. So I think from here you might have a better idea of what's happened. So if you can see down there, there's a digger and a road. That's the road that had no public right of way, and I was expecting to take. It's a nice level path that goes right up towards that farm, and there's a bridge and a crossing. You can see the road from here, but with them clearly not wanting visitors, I have to take the footpath which goes round on the left. And just to show you the kind of diversion that we're talking about, we're all the way up there, right round the wall, right round the trees, and then back over towards the houses. So this is going to be interesting. When I get to the house, I'll have a look at the paths that I've got available. I'll do one or two things. I'll have a carry on to Bakestall over here, which I'd love to grab while I'm here, but if not, no big deal. We'll head up Great Calva in the middle there, because that's the way that I need to go generally anyway. I'll just be a little bit ahead of schedule. See how we go. Got a pretty serious rookie mistake here. Last minute changes meant a lack of route planning, and find myself with the obvious way to cross the river being down there, and a farmer that definitely does not want me on his land or her land. So I'm gonna make a call as to what to do. Could walk all the way around this wall and meet up with it there. I'm not sure that there ain't going to be a bridge over there, so have a little look, decide, and hopefully eventually start going up some mountains. So they say you should try and be more grateful these days about what we do have. I'm grateful for two things right now. One of them is that I left myself plenty of time to do this walk. I'm not rushing to get up there before sunset. And the second one I'm grateful for is a spare pair of socks. Decided to risk it and go through the what I thought was a bridge. There's no bridge, just a lot of slippy stones. One foot went under, wet sock. Expected this to be the simple bit, and as you can probably tell, it's been anything but. This path descends into next to nothing by the time that you're nearly at the gill, but a bit of an adventure, and still after all these years of walking, learning, should really have researched that route way better rather than just having a look at a couple of routes on OS maps that people probably didn't even walk. Not the way to go. If you're coming here, get yourself on that side, which I've done before, which is why I thought I'd mix it up, but I'll never come this way again. Right, so the shenanigans have continued. Honestly, what a comedy of errors. So I came up down by that little waterfall that you can just see, by the little fence, crossed the fence, went down and got some water, came back up and thought, right, I'm going to go up this gill, dry gill. Good idea. Got part way up and thought, it's just not enough of a path. I'm going to get back onto the main drag, which I thought was the other side of the river, and head up into towards Great Calva and just get up some other way. I'm not going this way. So I went down there, down towards the waterfall, stepped over, up through the bog, and then look at the state of this. There we go. The road comes right back round, crosses, and then carries on up that way. And here's a lovely clear path, the way that I want to go. It was here all along. That's what I get for not researching properly. It's a beautiful, beautiful view, but man, that's a grim slog up. You've got all this heather or whatever it is either side of you, and you just can't really get any traction, can't get any momentum going. Just simple as this. This is not the way to come up this fell. There has to be a better way. Totally on me, nobody else. But this is not a recommended route. Just saps the life out of you. Bit of an update for you on Great Calva. Got really nice views over there towards Thirlmere. It's really tempting to just settle and have that view tonight, but I've decided I'm not going to. I'm going to carry on as I expected, or as I planned, over to Knott and kind of do this little slog over here, back down by the fence, and then take a right up to Knott over there, where I'll set up my camp. It's been really good. It's been hard work getting up here. I'm really glad to have this one done. Really glad to have it done. That's been brutal, but massive learning experience again, as always. Thought I'd bring you back while we still have some light. pitched up on Knott. Had to get the tent up and get in it pretty quick because it's a lot colder up here than I definitely expected. And I've got one corner of my tent isn't pegged in properly. Well, it's pegged in, the outer's pegged in, but the inner isn't attached to the outer properly. Tried to fix that and my fingers are absolutely freezing from being outside. So got back in, heated some water up, got my food, just rehydrating there, and had a hot chocolate just to kind of warm me up again. So pretty much now the plan is wait for it to go dark and hopefully see some stars, and then eat my food and set up my bed and chill out. Well, I've eaten. Had my decathlon chicken curry, and that was actually pretty decent, actually, considering it was cheaper than something to eat and the other ones. Maybe have some biscuits or something, hot chocolate just before bed. And just outside it's kind of still getting dark, and like I want to see the stars properly, so I'm going to hang around and just kind of watch for getting properly dark, have a look at the stars. But it's just too cold to go out and walk around at the minute. It's just too cold. It's way colder than I expected. I've got the kit, like I'm fine, but definitely colder than expected. I'm really glad I've got the tent. I was thinking about bringing a bivvy and that would have been an horrendous idea. In terms of like thoughts on the route up, I just wouldn't recommend it. I made really hard work of getting up Great Calva by going up by Whitewater Dash, and then had to divert around the farm. That made it really hard work, and it just cost me hours. So I didn't do Bakestall, which was fine. That was never the main thing really. It was to make sure that I got over to Knott, which I did. And the map kind of shows the gap between Great Calva and the Knott as being pretty like substantial, but I think when you actually hear it, it is worse as well. So that was a fair old slog from Great Calva to here, but I'm really glad I made it here, because even if I decided not to do everything I want to do tomorrow, I would leave myself a nice little walk to tidy up another day. So I'm really glad that I'm camped where I am, and just kind of getting some of these northern fells, almost getting them out of the way. And this is a really good test for me to come out here, first camp of the year, come out and do these ones really, and get some miles into my legs again, which I really need. I think this is my only third or fourth time out this year, even though I've been doing a lot of other stuff. I've not been doing enough walking. I'm not sure how this will sound with the wind, but what we're looking at there is Skidder Range in the distance, and then just here is Great Calva Fell that I did last night, which looks really, really nice from this angle. So then came up that way onto the summit of Knott, and then just in terms of getting my bearings, over there, I can actually see a hut in the distance and 2 fells. So that's Carrick and High Pike over there, and then around here is Blencathra, Bannerdale Crags, where I camped back in September, and called Bowscale. And that means that there really is only one way we can go. Even though I've looked at the map, it has to be this way. It's this way. We can't see anything. You can see a hint of a fell just over there, but it's mostly downhill for the first probably 3 or 4 kilometres, and then I'm going to do Great Sca Fell, Brae Fell. That'll be mainly downhill. Then I'm going to continue downhill to Longlands Fell, and unfortunately I've pretty much got to retrace my steps back up to Great Sca Fell. That'll be the tricky bit today. Got to do that, and then come back down to get Meal Fell, and then Great Cockup, which is on my way back to the car. Okay, so that's me packed up. No trace left. Really important part of this is making sure that I leave this place the same or better than when I arrived. Really important part of wild camping to me. There's no evidence that I was here, not even a flat bit of grass this morning. Maybe a little bit. Great Sca Fell. This is Brae Fell. Probably a good time to catch up on the route. Ahead of me, Great Sca Fell. Behind me, Brae Fell. Max 40 Wainwrights left to do for me. So a nice little landmark. What I'm going to do now is follow this path that unfortunately descends round, and that's not where I'm going. That's where I'm going in the distance. So I'm going to lose loads of height, and that's only a problem because I have to retrace probably all of it. Just ahead of me to the right of the path, between me and Skidder, is Meal Fell. Okay, this is Wainwright Fell in front of me. This is Longlands, where I'm heading. This is a really convenient path that just skips round Wainwright. So I'm going to use that a little bit more ascent up to Longlands, take it from there. Longlands Fell. I think that's overwater over there. Looks beautiful from up here. My bag. Right, I'm really glad I did this. So, because you get a better view of the paths from up here, what I can see is that there is a higher ridge walk up the top, but there's even a lower one down here. Looks pretty clear, so I'm going to go down there, aim for that one. That's going to save me a lot of uphill, which is great. So yeah, that's the route I'm going to take, work it out as I get a bit closer, but it looks like there's a way to cut off some of the unnecessary ascent up Great Sca Fell. This is a winner, this. What a great little route. And I've got some water so I can fill up, get another bottle of water. That should do me the rest of the day. But the views heading down this kind of little bit of a valley, yeah, it's beautiful. Really, really quiet. There's nobody else on these paths. Everybody's higher up. I'm amazed how strong a path there is here, because there's nobody on it. But it's beautiful. I'm really grateful for it. So I'm going to get some water and crack on, but this is just beautiful. This is Meal Fell. Really nice. Storm shelter. And there is my last destination for this weekend. Great Cockup. It's almost all the way down and back up again. But I've got enough energy to do it, so I'm not too concerned. Okay, last fell. This is Great Cockup, and I know it's an obvious pun, but it's a good time for me to maybe just point out what I did so wrong at the start of this walk yesterday. So straight ahead is Skidder, and then just to the left of it, that big section there, is Great Calva. So essentially, even when I got to that farm, I'd gone around it to the left and then just carried on up Great Calva. I can see a path from here. It still would have been just as steep and all the rest of it, but it would have saved me all that faffing around through the heather and everything. And essentially the reason that happened is because I didn't decide to sack off Bakestall, which is this nice craggy area in front of me. If I'd made the decision to go nowhere near that, I'd have saved myself a ton of time. But at the end of the day, I don't need to save myself any time because I got camped up fine. It was all fine. It sums up why I came out to do this walk in the first place, to be honest. Just to really kind of learn the area and make some of these mistakes and figure it out myself. It's my first time ever. The closest I've been is, I think, like Carrick High Pike area, and obviously the stuff there like Skidder and whatnot. But in terms of really understanding the paths here, I think you just have to come out and do it and learn it. And that's why I'm not trying to rush around these Wainwrights, because I want to learn the Lake District. I don't just want to tick them off. I want to feel like I really know it, you know. And as the years have gone by, I think I've managed to do that. So it's been a really good walk. It's just downhill from here. I've got a couple of choices. I can continue. I'm going to go here because I think that's the Wainwright summit of Great Cockup. I'm going to go there, and then I've got a choice between continuing down or coming off the left hand side, which would bring me back to the road that I took towards that farm yesterday. So I'll make that decision when I'm there, once I can see it. But just kind of a last glimpse of the higher northern fells around me. It's been a beautiful morning. It is now 20 past 11, so I'll be back at the car by 12. Off to Keswick for a sandwich. Okay, I think this is the perfect place for me to end this. Got a path that takes me down here and meets up with the track that I took coming in. There's my beloved farm. This has been epic, and I'm off into Keswick to get a sandwich and relax a bit. Had a really nice sit down on Great Cockup, chilled out in the sun. It's been really good, really good. That's enough for me. See you next time.